Picture this: giant stone monoliths floating motionless in the ocean's depths, their massive bodies suspended vertically like ancient monuments. These aren't sculptures or shipwrecks. They're sperm whales, sleeping in one of nature's most bizarre displays. But here's where things get absolutely wild. These creatures produce sounds so incredibly loud they could theoretically vibrate a human body apart. We're talking about animals with brains 6 times larger than ours, speaking in what scientists now believe might be the most sophisticated language on Earth besides our own. The sperm whale isn't just another ocean giant. It's a living enigma that's been hiding mind-blowing secrets in the deepest parts of our planet. The ocean becomes a completely alien world 3,000 meters below the surface. No sunlight has touched these waters for millions of years. The pressure here would instantly crush a human body like an empty soda can. Yet this is exactly where sperm whales choose to hunt, diving deeper than almost any other mammal on the planet. Down in this primordial darkness, an epic battle plays out between two of Earth's most mysterious giants. Sperm whales versus colossal squids, creatures with eyes the size of dinner plates and tentacles lined with rotating hooks. No human has ever witnessed this underwater war, but the evidence is written across every sperm whale's body. Those circular scars covering their skin, those are battle wounds from giant squid suckers. Scientists regularly find indigestible squid, beaks the size of footballs inside whale stomachs. We're talking about predator versus prey encounters that would make any monster movie look tame. But here's the thing that'll blow your mind. Reaching these hunting grounds requires solving a physics problem that should be impossible. Sperm whales are naturally buoyant, which means they should float to the surface like giant pool toys. So how do they dive to crushing depths where the pressure is 300 times stronger than at sea level? The answer lies in one of nature's most ingenious adaptations. A mysterious waxy substance called spermaceti that fills nearly a third of their massive heads. When these whales dive, the cold water causes this oil to solidify, acting like a biological diving weight that pulls them down into the abyss. But that's just the beginning of their deep diving superpowers. As they descend, something incredible happens. Their lungs completely collapse. Their rib cage literally hinges shut around their collapsing lungs, squeezing air into their trachea to prevent deadly nitrogen from dissolving into their bloodstream. Meanwhile, their bodies are packed with oxygen-storing molecules. They have twice as much hemoglobin as humans and 10 times more myoglobin, essentially carrying built-in scuba tanks that let them hold their breath for nearly 2 hours. Their heart rate drops to almost nothing in a process called bradycardia, slowing their entire metabolism to conserve every precious molecule of oxygen. Yet, even with these incredible adaptations, the deep ocean harbors a killer that scientists thought these whales were immune to. For decades, researchers believed sperm whales couldn't get decompression sickness, the bends that can be fatal to human divers. Their bodies seem perfectly designed to avoid this underwater curse. But in 2002, a tragic event in the Canary Islands shattered that assumption. After a Navy sonar exercise, 14 beaked whales beached themselves and passed away. Autopsies revealed gas bubbles throughout their tissues, classic signs of decompression sickness. These whales had been forced to ascend too quickly, and it ended their lives. Scientists now believe loud sonar might panic whales into making dangerous emergency ascents, though the exact triggers remain a mystery. Speaking of mysteries, how exactly do these giants catch their prey in the pitch-black depths? Here's where things get really weird. Sperm whales have teeth, but only on their lower jaw, and they're not really built for biting or tearing. These knife-sized chompers seem almost useless for a predator. One fascinating theory suggests their teeth might glow with bioluminescent bacteria, acting as lures to attract curious squid right into their mouths. Other scientists think they use their teeth like underwater plows, raking the seafloor to stir up smaller creatures that get sucked into their massive jaws. The truth is, we're still guessing about how the ocean's largest predator actually hunts. But what we do know becomes crystal clear when these mysterious giants return to the surface. Sperm whales possess the largest brains in the history of life on Earth. We're talking about 7 to 9 kilograms of gray matter, That's roughly the size of a small watermelon and 6 times heavier than a human brain. For years, scientists assumed these massive brains evolved for echolocation, but recent discoveries suggest something far more intriguing. These enormous brains are actually built for complex social behavior that rivals our own societies. Female sperm whales live in tight-knit matrilineal clans where calves nurse for up to 13 years, longer than most humans stay in school. Every baby whale has a designated babysitter so mothers can continue their deep-sea hunting expeditions. But here's what's really fascinating. Adult males aren't the lonely wanderers scientists once believed them to be. New research reveals male sperm whales form their own friendship groups, traveling together, feeding together, and heartbreakingly, sometimes even stranding together. These social bonds are so strong they'll choose to perish alongside their friends rather than abandon them. This level of social complexity requires serious brainpower, but it also demands something else entirely: a way to communicate across the vast emptiness of the ocean. 1/3 of a sperm whale's entire body is nose, the largest nose in the animal kingdom. But this isn't just for smelling. It's a biological sound cannon capable of producing the loudest noises any animal has ever made. We're talking about 236 decibel clicks that make standing next to a jet engine seem like a whisper. To put that in perspective, human eardrums burst at 150 decibels, and our pain threshold kicks in around 110. These whales are literally weaponizing sound. The mechanics behind this acoustic power are mind-bending. Deep inside their massive heads, specialized tissue clicks together like biological castanets, sending vibrations through that waxy spermaceti oil. The sound waves bounce off air sacs and get focused through an organ called the junk, which, despite its unfortunate name, acts like an acoustic lens that can shape sounds into focused beams or broad rumbles. Males produce earth-shaking clangs that advertise their presence to females across hundreds of miles. But the most incredible sounds aren't the loudest ones. They're the intricate patterns of clicks called codas that might represent the most sophisticated non-human language ever discovered. Each click pattern sounds like underwater Morse code, and every whale clan has its own unique repertoire of these acoustic signatures. Recent breakthroughs in whale communication research are absolutely revolutionary. Scientists have discovered that sperm whale codas aren't just random noise. They follow linguistic rules that were once thought to be uniquely human. Baby whales spend up to 2 years learning to produce recognizable codas, babbling just like human infants before mastering their clan's acoustic dialect. Even more incredible, researchers have identified what might be individual names within these coda patterns. Unique identifiers that let each whale announce exactly who they are. In 2024, artificial intelligence analysis revealed that sperm whale communication has a 4-component phonetic alphabet, with rules for combining sounds that mirror the complexity of human language. This discovery suggests these ocean giants might possess what linguists call duality of patterning, the ability to combine meaningless sounds into meaningful messages, a trait scientists believed only humans possessed. Project SETI is now using machine learning to attempt the first ever interspecies translation, potentially creating a biological Rosetta Stone that could let us actually talk with sperm whales. Historical whaling records provide tantalizing evidence of just how sophisticated this communication might be. Successful harpoon strikes dropped by more than 50% after the first few years of hunting, suggesting whales were sharing escape strategies with each other across entire ocean basins. Understanding these magnificent creatures requires extraordinary dedication from researchers who literally climb inside whale carcasses to unlock their secrets. Scientists describe working from the inside out, pushing through massive organs while racing against decomposition to gather crucial data. These field researchers risk everything to study animals that dwarf them by thousands of pounds, often working in dangerous conditions far from shore. Yet, their dedication is revealing secrets that are reshaping our understanding of intelligence, communication, and consciousness itself. Sperm whales survived centuries of brutal hunting that nearly drove them to extinction, pursued relentlessly for that same spermaceti oil that makes their incredible deep-sea lifestyle possible. Now, as their populations slowly recover, these ocean giants are finally beginning to share the secrets they've been keeping in the deepest parts of our planet. The sperm whale represents one of evolution's most extraordinary experiments, a creature that turned sound into a superpower, evolved the largest brain in Earth's history, and developed a language so complex it might rival our own. They've mastered the physics of deep-sea diving, created societies based on cooperation and friendship, and found ways to communicate across ocean basins using acoustic signatures that carry their individual identities. As we stand on the brink of potentially decoding their language, we're faced with profound questions about the nature of intelligence and communication. What will these deep-sea linguists teach us about consciousness? How will first contact with a truly alien intelligence change our understanding of what it means to be intelligent? The answers lie hidden in the clicks and codas of creatures whose massive brains have been contemplating the mysteries of the deep for millions of years longer than humans have existed. In the vast darkness of the ocean's depths, sperm whales continue their ancient conversations, speaking in a language we're only just beginning to understand. That's a wrap on today's wild journey. But here at the Zoo-phoria show, we're just getting started exploring nature's most incredible stories. Subscribe if you want to keep discovering the shocking, hilarious, and downright unbelievable truths about the animals sharing our planet. Your next favorite animal fact is just one click away.